Hello and welcome to another Cataclysm video. In this video I'm going to be doing a short, quick tutorial on something I saw on the internet, and I figured it out pretty quickly. It is called quick looting, as I would dub it. This is episode 1 of Cataclysm tips and tricks. So ignore the dead zombies. I have debug cheats on. I am completely invulnerable and invisible, so do not worry about them. Kind of ignore that. However, what you can do to do this, you're going to press Shift Y, capital Y, to open the zone manager. You're going to press Shift A to add a zone, and then you're going to go to unsorted, capital H, this loot unsorted. Don't worry about naming it. And then a cursor selector will appear. You're gonna, so whatever building you want to loot, you're gonna take the first point of the selector, you're gonna put it on one corner of the building you're trying to quickly loot, and then you're going to move it to the very bottom, like this, and you're gonna select the entire area you want to loot in a big zone. Next, you're going to want to find a spot to set up as your loot dump. So you're going to go to custom, loot custom. You're going to add a second zone. That is the custom loot. You're going to leave it blank, I believe. Yes, you will leave this custom filter blank. And you're going to select a decently sized zone. 3x3 or 4x4, 5x5, etc. Of where you want all the loot in the entire building to be put. I would suggest do not make it bigger than 3x3. Because with 3x3 you can use the advanced inventory manager, the / key on the number pad, to look at all of it in a single menu. So with these two filters or zone filters set up, we will now press escape. Pick yes to save our changes, and now if you look at our zone manager, we have the unsorted custom loot piles saved. We will now press Shift+O or capital O, and then we will pick sort out my loot all. Now before you do this, I will note you want a lot of carrying space, preferably a lot of extra space you can carry in your inventory. You also want to probably be dragging a shopping cart if possible, and you want your hands to be empty, because hauling is really slow if your hands are not empty. We're gonna grab a shopping cart, Shift G, and grab it, so you can drag it around like this. So we're gonna press Shift O again. Now that we're dragging a shopping cart, we're gonna pick sort out my loot all, the bottom one, and if you watch and wait, everything you selected in the unsorted zone, the first zone we made, the big giant unsorted box, is going to be sorted through, and everything in that inside that zone will be dropped off into the 3x3 custom second zone we put down earlier. So if you wait in a few minutes, or in a matter of in-game few minutes, eventually all of the stuff in this entire building that you selected in that area of effect will be eventually moved down to that custom 3x3 area at the bottom. Alright, so now that we've sorted everything out as possible, you'll miss some things and you won't loot some things. You'll have to pick through what it does miss. I don't know why it's doing that, but sometimes it works, or sometimes it'll overlook a few things, but it should save you a lot of trouble. So now that we've done this, we can press our advanced inventory manager, which is the / key on the number pad specifically, to open a big list, and we're gonna have it set to all. If you look through the advanced inventory manager, we will now see everything that we found in this entire store, all stacked into a 3x3 grid. I'm using a mega store as an example, of course, because that's a lot of stuff. However, you don't have to do it that way.